Kyrie Irving's Dallas Mavericks debut happened in Los Angeles as the Clippers host the Mavs, still without Luka, but boy, do they got a new lethal weapon. Welcome in Mr. Irving, and he was more than game. Dallas already up a bunch on the Clippers. Look at the beautiful ball movement by the Dallas Mavericks. Reggie Bullock enjoying a couple extra shots following the trade. Bullock knocking down trifectas. Mavericks up by 16. In the second, it's Jay Hardy. If you're not going to pick me up and I'll just do it myself, right down mainstream, he'll throw it down, plus the foul. Yeah, you got to pick him up. He gets bouncy in transition. More Dallas. Irving, a deep three-pointer in his bag. Luka liking what he sees from his new dynamic duo teammate. Clippers trying to bounce back in this when Paul George knocking in a three. And then Terrence Mann on the same type of time. Clippers cut the deficit down to 11. Third quarter, it's just single digits, but Kyrie Irving is still grooving. Irving once again with another three-pointer. Can't never forget about the clock. Kawhi Leonard had 18 points. That deuce cuts the Clippers deficit down to just 3. Fourth quarter. It's a beautiful day in Kyrie's neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in Kyrie's neighborhood. Would you be his? Would you be his? Irving inside. Norman Powell having a sensational season. He had 24 points in this one. Tim Hardaway Jr. added 19. Dallas goes to Kyrie down the stretch. And so far, so great for Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. They get the 110-104 win in his debut and improve to 30-26 on the season, while the Clippers fall to 31-27 on the season. A very scary sighting for the NBA. The potential of this Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, super dynamic backcourt. After the game, Irving said this on his debut in Dallas. I think the most important thing we stress as a team is we just don't want to force the ball to me. We talked about that as a squad where we just want to play natural basketball. You don't always have to come to me. I can play off the ball. I can cut. So they are getting used to playing with me and just seeing how many open shots I can create for them and the double teams that are coming. Then I'm sure when number 77 gets back, it will be even more enjoyable to see and play out there. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am very interested in seeing how Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic play off of each other. In theory, it should work out. I love this for Luka for so many different reasons. Luka Doncic needed to come off that basketball, y'all. And I don't want Kyrie Irving to become Chris Paul in Houston. When James Harden treated Chris Paul, a first ballot Hall of Fame point guard that clearly had a lot left in the tank because we saw it with the Phoenix Suns right after. James Harden treated Chris Paul like a spot-up shooting guard. He treated him like Eric Gordon. He didn't care. I don't want Luka to do that to Kyrie. And the thing about Kyrie's personality, I don't think he'll allow it. I don't. He's going to demand that basketball a lot more than Chris did in Houston. That's my comparison, by the way. I think getting Luka off the ball more helps his career tremendously. No matter what happens between Kyrie Irving and Luka and the Dallas Mavericks and how this thing finishes with Kyrie Irving, who's just with the team for a few months as of right now. We'll see if the Mavericks lock him up long term. The reality is I think Luka needed this next step. Luka needed to play with another star. It's not going to all be about Luka Doncic dropping 40 for his entire career, right? Like he plays on the perimeter. I can't compare him to Dirk Nowitzki. It's not one-to-one parallels. Dirk Nowitzki's game was out of the post. He's one of the greatest ever out of the post. The way he played, he didn't have the basketball for 16 seconds of a shot clock like Luka does. The way Luka plays just quite naturally, when things are going great, things are going great. But in the playoffs, when things slow down and things are not going so great, naturally you're going to look at Luka Doncic like, bro, what are you doing? All these shots that you're taking, you're missing a lot of threes. You're 2 for 10 from the three-point. So I love it because it makes Luka be a better teammate. not saying he's a bad teammate, but it forces him to get Kyrie Irving involved. And Kyrie Irving can play off that ball. Like he just said, like he is legit off the ball. This ain't no guy that just going to sit around. Like I think probably the better parallel and comparison is when Kyrie played with LeBron in Cleveland. Luka's not 1,000% like LeBron, but there's some parallels to LeBron and Luka where they are in their careers. And Kyrie did fantastic on the court with LeBron. So if that was a preview of what we're about to see in Dallas, then I think Maverick fans all over should be excited about the potential of them being back in the Western Conference Finals. And this is what I think about Kyrie joining the Dallas Mavericks. The reality is the Golden State Warriors got to guard Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. You know, at the end of the day, Spencer Dinwiddie gave the Phoenix Suns nightmares. That was not the case for the Golden State Warriors. Golden State's a much savvier team defensively. They were not about to let Luka nor Spencer beat them individually. When you talk about Kyrie Irving, Kyrie has given Steph Curry fits before. Luka Doncic, I believe with help, can give the Golden State Warriors fits. We'll see it now manifest most likely in the playoffs. Kyrie Irving's debut in Dallas, a successful one.